Hello and welcome to this video on recycling. Today, we're going to talk about some scary but true facts about recycling that you need to know. Recycling is one of the most important ways we can protect the environment and reduce our carbon footprint, but there are some serious problems that we need to be aware of. Firstly, did you know that only 9% of all plastic ever produced has been recycled? This means that 90% of plastic ends up in landfills or worse, in our oceans. While we might think that we are doing our part by recycling our plastic waste, the reality is that we need to do a lot more to make a difference. One way to reduce plastic waste is to use reusable bags, bottles, and containers wherever possible. Secondly, not all materials are created equal when it comes to recycling. While many people assume that all kinds of materials can be recycled, the reality is that only certain types of materials can be processed and turned into new products. For example, while paper and cardboard are highly recyclable, plastic bags and straws are not. In fact, these items can actually cause problems in the recycling process and contaminate other materials. Thirdly, contamination is a major issue in recycling. Even if you put the right items in the recycling bin, if they are contaminated with food waste or other non-recyclable materials, they cannot be processed and will end up in landfills. That is why it is important to rinse out bottles and containers before recycling them, and to make sure that you only put accepted materials in the recycling bin. Fourthly, recycling does not solve the problem of waste. While recycling is an important part of reducing waste and conserving resources, it is not a solution in itself. The best way to reduce waste is to consume less and to reuse and repair items whenever possible. Recycling should be seen as a last resort rather than a first choice. Fifthly, recycling is not as simple as putting items in a bin. Recycling requires complex systems for collection, transportation, and processing of materials. This means that the effectiveness of recycling programs can vary widely depending on where you live. In some areas, recycling is easy and accessible, while in other areas it may be more difficult or even non-existent. Finally, the responsibility of recycling should not fall solely on individuals. While it is important for each of us to do our part in recycling, the bigger responsibility lies with governments and companies to create policies and systems that support a circular economy. This means designing products that can be easily recycled, establishing effective collection and processing systems, and investing in sustainable infrastructure. In conclusion, these are just a few scary but true facts about recycling that you need to know. By being aware of these issues, you can make more informed choices about what you consume and how you dispose of your waste. Remember, we all have a responsibility to protect the planet and its resources for future generations. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment below with your thoughts on this topic.